This is hopefully going. See that. Post. Starting the stream. Yeah, sorry, I just need to juggle a few things. Doesn't help that Steam is getting later and later at actually putting out the 1 o'clock daily deals, and that's typically what I try to get done before. Also, I've been doing what I did for Star Control Origins, F1 2018. Where I streamed the review playthrough for streamed the review playthrough for Assassin's Creed Odyssey privately, so that way I can share it when the review goes on. And I need to change all the title information on YouTube. So come on, do you mind being responsive? Son of a bitch. There, guess I need to relaunch it once it finishes updating the save file. Oi, this has been a week. So, yeah, it's been a week. Not only because I'm still not done with Odyssey. I've got over 60 hours in it at this point. But I'm still not done. Part of that is just because I want to do everything in it, and it takes a long time. I'm having fun with it though. I'm enjoying it. There's some things I have to criticize. It's not going to be a completely glowing movie. Don't worry about that. But I am definitely having fun with it. I am completely comfortable saying. Oh, I don't think I can. I don't think I will get in trouble for saying this. I do have a review for Assassin's Creed Origins. It's submitted. Hopefully that will be up soon. Just needs to go through editing stuff. So, and I do also have the complete review playthrough for that as well, including the DLC because I have all that. So that hopefully that will be out soon. I don't know when, but it has been submitted. So, yeah. Aside from that, which has been taking a lot of time. Oh boy, did Intel step in it. So Monday, we know they announced the various new CPUs. Not only the 9th gen, including the Core X series. So they're high-end desktop parts, but also they're just general Core series. The led by the 9900K, but they also announced officially the part that they basically lied about at Computex when they failed to mention when showing it off at 5 GHz that it was on a water chiller, so very exotic cooling, and was overclocked far beyond what anyone could do. That was also announced, so we don't have a price for that. But then they had to do something. So that was on Monday. Then they had to do something. I think it was on Tuesday though that it came out. It was Tuesday that was noticed first. The I'm really eating through so much. Hang on, I also just okay. I saw I got an email. I just want to quickly see what it was on my phone. So, what we know about the 9900K is that its review embargo ends on October 19th. That's when it comes up. This has been publicly stated. Well, despite that, I mean, it's funny. If anyone thinks that embargoes are stupid, Intel has given us a perfect example of why no, they're not stupid, and this is exactly why they should exist and be respected. Because they commissioned benchmarking results from a company that actually looks like is basically run by Intel. or at least does what Intel wants. Okay, I need to be stabbing. I am going to die. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, so they had commissioned results that went public on Tuesday and showed the 9900K, which is an 8-core, 16-thread part. So the first of the desktop processors from, I'm pretty sure it's the first desktop processor from Intel to have that many threads in that configuration. They did, what was it, the 6700? But I think that was a high-end desktop part from a few years ago. It was $1,000, as I recall. So not a cheap part at all. There was also the 9900K, and it can boost up to 5 gigahertz. I don't remember what the base clock is. It's in the 3 gigahertz, like 3.2. No, it's higher than that. Might be 3.2. It has the same number of threads as the Ryzen 7 2700X, but clocks higher. So, Intel's saying it's going to be the best gaming CPU. This is in no way surprising to anyone. The A700K is itself the best gaming CPU currently. Like, you can go out and purchase and come home with and build. That's 6 cores, 12 threads. What is its boost clock? 4.7? Some people do get up to 5 gigahertz though. It's like, this is better than that. So obviously it's gonna be better. It's also a lot more expensive than 900K. But anyway, so they commissioned this benchmark data and went live on Tuesday. And the problem is that at least one person at least seen that hardware unboxed. And is it technically? I always, because it's technically one tech spot, he only looks for one of them, I just don't remember which one it is. I was looking at these numbers because PC Games N actually published information from the report and shared a link to the report as well. So anyone who's looks at these results and is like, wait a minute, it's claiming the 9900K is 30 to 50% faster than 2700X. That seems a bit much. And arguably that could just be Intel fudging things to, like, hey, see this result, we're just so awesome. So it could just be more. But the thing is that the report gave specific numbers because it was from actual tests. But he looked at them, and these tests had more than just the 900K and the 2700X. It also had, for example, the 8700K and the Threadripper 2950X and some other processors, including one of the X series. Don't remember if it's this announced general or the one currently out. So a number of processors in there that are already out. I think really was just, it might have only been most of us on the outside series. It was only the 900K that wasn't out. So it's like, wait a minute. I know the A700K and I know the 2700X. That's not the numbers that these get in these games. So, sorry, I didn't realize I was still going to tap. Need to adjust it. So he decided to look at the report and read through what they described, noticed some errors, and also decided to just try to do it himself. And couldn't reproduce the numbers initially. That's kind of critical. But he noticed some flaws, including that it wasn't stated that the company that did it was claiming that no, we did enable the XMP timings for the Ryzen system. But what it said was that what was actually written in the report was only that the Intel system had the tighter XMP RAM timings, which those can matter. Default timings tend to be rather loose, apparently. I've never really used RAM at default. I always set the timings manually, and I couldn't tell you what the default timings are for any RAM. Couldn't do it. Because I will go in and I'll set that stuff. Well, the thing is that Ryzen with the timing. What likes having good RAM, fast RAM, both frequency and so this is potentially an issue. So Steve looked at that and he was still getting numbers that just showed the 2700X was in this report vastly inferior to what it actually is. So so many red flags. Just how can these performance numbers make any sense? I'm just trying to think. But also while looking at that, some other people noted things like it wasn't like every CPU tested ran on. Oh, I didn't realize this guy does. Was running U14S, I believe it was. So that's a air tower cooler with a single 140mm knock-to fan for power. The U120, sorry, the U12S would be the 120mm fan version, and the D is a dual tower and it has 2 fans, as I recall. I'm pretty sure that's how they and that's what cooled all the CPUs, except for the Ryzen CPU. It's like, well, that invalidates something because CPUs do like being cooled, especially today, since we have these things that boost based on your temperatures. So you can't fairly directly compare performance without that, with inconsistent cooling there. The reasoning given by the principal technologist was that, well, it comes with the box, it comes with the cooler in the box, and AMD says it's such a good cooler that we figured we didn't need to. It's like that's not a reason. That really, if you want to give a valid comparison of performance of just the CPUs, wow. But also, one could easily turn around and say that, well, if you want to just go with what's in the box, the Intel processors don't come with one, so you need to run that thing without a heatsink and just let it shut down immediately. But even that potentially may not have too big an impact. Some percentage. I don't know how much. I don't think it would be too great an
you
impact,
again
but
here?
Not
Warriors, Valkyries, deal with this intruder.
Sure. But there's something he thought that it was just a typo in the report. And he actually did say something. What's that? So Threadripper, like mine, it has 2 dies in it. It's a little bit of a problem. Some tasks, if information needs to go from one port to another, because it has to cross from one die to another, it's latency. Also, some things don't like having 32 threads of their visuals. Like Assassin's Creed Origins, as I mentioned that earlier, when it launched, couldn't actually even start on my system if I had it then. But other people that had the same CPU had that problem, wouldn't even do it. Because it was actually, if it reached 31 threads, it could only handle up to 31. It's 32, so problem. Ubisoft has fixed that. Anyway, there's a game mode available for Threadripper, which basically disables one of the dies, so it becomes 8 core 16. Which in it for games, not all games, some games though, yeah. Well, this place, and it does say in the documentation, by the way, game mode is only for Threadripper. But it's apparently still available on the 2nd gen 2000 series because this place handled it, resulted in half the die, one of the CCXs, to be disabled in the 27X, making it a 4-core. So in one game, was it? I think it was Ashes of Simulator. The 9900K, an 8-core 16-thread processor, was 50% faster than a 4-core 8-thread processor from AMD. This is not a valid comparison. I'll put this in a little bit of context also. At least to me, I think this is valuable context. There are two Ryzen CPUs currently available that are for desktop. The Ryzen, I'm pretty sure it's Ryzen 3 2200G and the Ryzen 5 2400G. These are the two desktop GPUs. They only have one CCX because the other half of the die is for the GPU. If you were to take the 2400G, which by the way is on 14 nanometer, not 12 nanometer, and like the 2700X, but it has enhancements that we see in
You can't carry anymore.
Zen Plus. Yeah, I have to pull it back. Come on. If you were to take that, turn on, some more about it, and overclock that to the right speeds, which I'm not even sure if you'd be able to. I just don't know its overclock range. Its boost is 3.8 gigahertz. I'm pretty sure is what I saw when I looked it up, and you need to overclock it to like 4.1, 4.2, maybe 4.3. I think some 27Xs reach 4.3. If you did that, you'd have the same setup.
Welcome,
That's
stranger.
$170
Look at our shop.
part.
My father is the best smith in town. You'll find no
Which I
checker
think
plates.
that's worthy context to have. Heck, you could take $170 and and overclock it potentially if it's not just if it would reach that high, and have it compete with the over $500 9900K to a certain
Slay
extent.
some
Like 30 to
trolls for
50%
me,
off
will you?
is not much. I'm saying not in a number of games that isn't necessarily going to be that much. You know, it depends, because it's like if 30 to 50% of a game that you're able to run at 120 FPS, it's still perfectly worth it. So it's like, this is not. How did they screw this up? It makes no sense. They were running an 8-core 16-thread Intel processor against an AMD processor. Yes. I'm pretty sure it's I think it's $399. Hang on, let me check on that. It's either $399 or it's $299. Not the bundle price. $329. It's actually currently on sale at Amazon. That's why I pulled up. $295. So sorry, it's a $300 price. Yes, $300 CPU that they literally cut it in half, and the 9900K without any. I mean, it wasn't overclocked, but without any disadvantages to it. Only 50% better in one game. That is not that really.
And heavy
How is it? I don't see how, at least as far as value proposition goes, I don't see how the 900K stands up well then. I mean, true, they are diminishing returns, but we're talking about a $500 plus. It's over $500 for the 900K, and you need a cooler because it doesn't come with one. Versus a $300 CPU that comes with a cooler and is, you know, pretty damn close in performance. Because 30% off when it's half the cores, half the threads, that's too damn close. Really. When you're talking about spending basically double for the Intel part. And also the, I want to say, but really check the Z390, the chipset that, the 300 series from Intel that will support, but Z390 motherboards are not cheap, whereas you can even use motherboards from last year for the Ryzen CPU, and it is available there. Though you may need to do some research to see if Precision Boost 2 was added to the BIOS. Yeah, it's just like, Intel really...
I disagree.
By allowing that stuff to go live and so far ahead of the independent reviews,
Where are they?
it has hurt. At least for the people that actually follow this stuff. So like, Steve from Box isn't happy, another Steve from Gamers Nexus, he isn't happy, and I'm sure there are plenty of others that are not happy that Intel did this. And part of it is not even just that they, what the issue of how it was done. Even if they did it perfectly fine, there'd still be the issue that it came out 9 days, I think it was, 9 or 10 days before any independent review. Which, as I mentioned before, this is an example of as follows. And it's also particularly interesting because he got his 900K, he didn't get them in. Somebody else provided. I'm pretty sure he's never said who provided, which is good. He shouldn't. That would be a problem for him and also for whoever provided. But because of that, he is not under any embargo, because the embargo would be from Intel. He got it another way. He never had to sign it. He could, if he wanted to, he could today put out what performance numbers he has, and Intel can do a thing about it. The problem is, he would never have an engagement with Intel again. Because you don't do stuff, you don't have to. But also, it would piss off a whole bunch of other reviewers. See, embargoes, some people think that embargoes are something that companies use to manipulate, that it's, by not having the information out ahead of time, then those who are pre-ordering whatever it is, they can't make an informed decision. Well, as many people will tell you, don't pre-order anyway. I don't think I've ever pre-ordered hardware, but I have pre-ordered some software, and that, yeah, there's one that sticks in my mind. Let's not look at it. But anyway, yeah, just one game. Tron Evolution, that is not that good a game. I've never even finished it. And it's funny, I once tried to find a guide for it. This was like months after it released. No one had even written one. That's how bad a game it was. No one even spent the time to make a walkthrough for it. Where I am in that game, there's a boss. Well, it's not even a boss. There's more to after it. It literally says that the enemies I'm facing have no weapons. And I'm supposed to deal with them. I'm supposed to beat them. Anyway. This is why Bowser's exists, and he's respecting it even though he doesn't have to. Because you don't want to have the situation where there's numbers out there from one source, and the independent reviewers that don't want to violate, don't want to, hurt themselves and others by putting out their information, and lose that contact because, hey, you broke the embargo. They can't respond. Like, so, these numbers out there, there are reviewers that may already have, independent reviewers, already have they can't even comment on the accuracy of the 9900K numbers. It's like, if it wasn't for, well, no, I guess so long as the 2700X numbers were in there, people could comment on that, but it's just, they would not be able to comment on there for all this time, which means there's so much time when this information that hasn't been tested by anyone else, hasn't been validated by anyone else. That's why embargoes exist, so that way no one gets an unfair advantage. So, if you're go-tos for hardware reviews are, man, actually, you know what? Let me check this. Is it? Yes, it is TechSpot. Okay. I just looked and I have that. I still have that link in my history. So it's TechSpot that Steve from Hardware Unboxed works at. As does, I think this is Tim, who is like the other both of them do a very good job that way. It's a good, informative channel. And one thing that I like, they have daily videos, typically. Sometimes they miss one day, but I'm sorry, I do like the whole, when you have a schedule and you keep to it, that's a sign of professionalism to me. Anyway. And I kind of lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, that's right. So let's say that your go-tos are Overclockers Club, Gamers Nexus, and TechSpot/Hardware Unboxed for your review. It's like, you should always go to more than one review for any product you want to buy that you can't look at the reviews for. You always want to do it, you want to get multiple opinions. You don't want a situation where one of them, by breaking the NDA, has it out, and you can't look at the other two. It's like that's not a good situation, right? Because now you have to rely on them, and if it's well, they have somehow manipulated the numbers, or just something else, there's something wonky, and that has happened. What was it? There was a product in the past year and a half that came out, a CPU I believe it was, where people were actually noticing that, wait a minute, this one outlet, the performance is really different. Oh yeah, that's right, there was the, for the i5-8400, was it? It was noticed that there was some very inconsistent performance numbers. And it was discovered there's a setting in the BIOS that by default was on on some motherboards, that it was basically automatically overclocking the CPU. But it was also doing it in a way that it was basically pushing beyond the TDP. It was a big deal because some outlets, it's not like the feature's name automatically overclocking, it's something else, I just don't remember the name, but a lot of reviewers, they didn't know what the option was. Someone may not have even seen the BIOS. They just, set things up. They probably did some overclocking testing, and you maybe set the RAM, but another option like that, if they don't know what it is, they may not have touched it. And it was producing inconsistent results across reviewers. Completely inconsistent mistakes. No one really to blame there, unless you want to blame Intel. And even then, I'm not sure if it's fair to do so there. For not making sure that people are aware of what that feature is. Well, their reviewers at least. Or in the motherboard companies for some of them having it enabled by default, some of them not, whatever. It's just, this is a time when, yes, you do see these inconsistencies, so one person being out for the sake of being early is a problem. Also, you have embargoes so that you don't have the situation where if everyone gets them on one day, on the same day, one just, rushes through, gets some stuff up, and then puts it, gets some stuff put together, puts it up there, and it's an incomplete picture, but it's, hey, in progress, it's like, we're doing the rest of it. Or they can just do a quick and dirty, like 3 tests versus their normal 7 or something. You don't want that. Because that rush doesn't make a quality product.
We are at your
Quality,
side.
That's why embargoes exist, and this has kind of shown that because, hey, there were issues with this testing. And even though I don't think anyone would actually go to this place for reviews, especially now, you don't have that ability to verify because of the embargo, essentially being...
You can't carry anymore.
I don't want to say broken, because I'm not even sure if it's fair to consider as though they even had the embargo in place, because they may not have. Intel let this be out, so it's... you don't really violate an embargo if it doesn't apply to you. But yeah, and it's like that's why embargoes exist, so that everyone can get the information, their information on something out. At the same time, no one has an advantage over another, and so the consumers benefit. So you know these people should have had all the same amount of time with these products.
We also pay.
And this is their conclusions. I'm not getting this.
Thank you.
Good day.
I'm just gonna throw that. Should actually throw this in use to put it there. Had to clean up here because yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I can probably stop talking about that. What else can I talk about?
Hard to find the road in that
But
cursed
I mean, yeah,
fog.
that was the main one for this week, at least to me, because I mean, it's... But yeah, what was what somebody else spotted with the, well, apparently since then, this place has retested the Rising system without it running in game mode, and now you're seeing the numbers basically where they should be, and they're much better, so you're not seeing the huge lead that, the huge percentage that the 900K had anymore. Oh yeah, okay, I know, I still want to go this way. Just to clear the map. But apparently they still still had the issue with the cooler, and it's like that's still, no, these numbers are still not very good then. As far as quality comparison, it's very good. And I'm not sure about questioning because I haven't seen what the actual numbers are. It's like, they may be accurate unto themselves, it's just, hey, there's another variable here. Makes it harder to trust. But, yeah, I mean, it's just... It is completely a situation that Intel could have avoided, and they do have a hand on that company. Because if you look closely, the language was something like, this company uses this test. Intel makes this test, and that this is something that helps with those results. It's like, yeah, that means that Intel is kind of in charge of how this goes. Something interesting, though, is that apparently this company has also been used by the likes of AMD as well. They've commissioned reports from them as well. And some people are now thinking, yeah, AMD, you just need to terminate your relationship. We'll have to see if that happens. But I think that would be interesting, though. You could kind of do it. Some people would not like it, though. If, the likes of AMD, Intel, NVIDIA, and maybe also the AIB, the Anboard partners, it would be interesting if they did decide to just, like, go to the independent reviews and just commission them to do it. Where it's like, you know what? We're commissioning this report. It is for the marketing purpose. It is for marketing purpose. This is going to come out ahead of the embargo date. Some may say yes. Some would actually say, no, we're not okay with that. It would depend. But if I could see maybe working if it's something like, no, here's how it's working. Here's how it's going to work. You're doing it this time. Next time, we're going to do that. But it's on some sort of cycle. So, I wonder if that could work. I don't know. But then you would also have the issue of how do you select who's even on your list for going through the cycle. Because there's a lot of places that will do these reviews. Do you go to just the popular ones? Do you go to ones that are maybe not so popular but more faithful to you? Hey, I need to something that's just going by the door. Yeah, I kind of wonder, but how would you... Hang on. So I heard knocking at the door, but Ghost is walking away, so I've got no idea. Popularity, then you run the risk. Yeah, it probably would work out. Just as thought experiment. Just as hypothetical. Do you know popularity? Well, the issue with popularity is there's going to be some places that may be very popular, but aren't necessarily the best at doing reviews. Like, I remember this would have been maybe a month ago at this point, maybe like 2 weeks. Sapphire Ed, I know I've talked about this before. Sapphire Ed and Wendell from Level 1 Text were talking, and one of the things that Ed mentioned is that he really likes the likes of Gamers Nexus, because when they will do a review of like a motherboard, I think motherboard as well, but a GPU, they'll actually look at the PCB and talk about how it is designed, because that does matter in the actual design of that and what components are used there. And this is also something that has really been of interest lately, at least for Threadripper motherboards, just to see what the power supply setup is, the VRM stuff, because in the 29, both WX products, so the 32 core 2990 WX and the 2970 WX have much, can take a lot more power than all the other Threadrippers. So you want to make sure that it is that the motherboard can provide that much power and can do so safely. It's not overloading specifically. It's not like taking a handful of VOMs and pumping all the power through them. But you know, as opposed to something like the Meg. I don't even remember how big it's like. It's like a dozen or more. It's like so power spread out, so none of them are running. Are going to be running too terribly hot. And like it's wrong about yeah, it's awesome when you actually see people looking at that, because that is important information. And it's like you want to buy the quality hardware. It's like it is physically better, because it's like yeah, higher clock speed and such, that's nice, but the actual build quality isn't that high. It's not going to be well. So yeah, it's like, you know, do you want a place that will do that for you? Hang on, sorry, there's just something annoying me about the live preview, and I want to fix that. For some reason, it is running at 1080p 60, and it's like I don't need it running at that. It's a small window. I just have it there, so I see that it is going. I know if there's a problem. There are some places that like the whole Tom's Hardware just buy it for RTX. That for the NVIDIA RTX. It's like this, and this was before it came out. As basically it was announced, and they just wrote, and somebody wrote, "Just buy it," and it's like, we don't know how well to perform. We don't know how useful any of the special features are on it. And we're talking about many hundreds of dollars. It's nuts. I mean, it's like, I actually, for a reason, looked up recently how much my first computer build was. It came to about $900. Which means that even the RTX 2020, I'm pretty sure that would have been more expensive than my first computer. That's a lot of money, and just buy it is not really the most appropriate thing to say, and also doesn't make sense if you are a place that does reviews of such products. no, wait for our review. Make sure you come to us and then make sure you. By the way, I feel like I should maybe say all this stuff is just my own opinion. Club, I'm not speaking as Overclockers Club though, just as myself. But
Stop the intrusion!
It's just why it doesn't make sense because it's like, no, we want you to read our review and then click ads there so we can continue to have the lights on and people can eat. It's kind of a nice thing. But yes, it's a very weird situation. So for something like that though, what would you do? Would you say, well, that's not responsible? But Tom's is one of the biggest hardware news and review sites out there, so yeah, it's probably best to just leave it as it is, but you need to be careful because when they're commissioned, they're not always trustworthy. Oh man, I just think it's also fun. So this is me, or the, yeah, actually I'll just do that now. But yeah, oh god, that Xenon. This is a product that really shouldn't exist. So they're 28 core, 56 thread Xenon, which is on a new, well, not it's actually a new socket, different socket. So there's no existing motherboards that someone who's going to build, wants to build a system that system motherboards it's insane, and why anyone would actually go with this product. It was like, if I wanted to, I could order the 32-core, 64-thread AMD Threadripper 2990 WX, which, now to be fair, doesn't clock this high. This thing, the Xenon will boost to 4.3
Ah, you really made it! The meat of Valhalla! It's been a long time, though the taste is not as sweet as I remember. Let me see then. Yes. I think we could surely improve your so-called epic weapons and armor. Our craft is not flawless, but the best you will find. So we can make a deal. The price for the work itself will also be mead. But not just any mead will do. Only the best. The mead of poetry. You surprised us once, trespasser. I think it's hard to find, eh? It will be worth it. I promise.
I need more. Oh, okay, I just fine. Okay, you go on that before we actually get but anyway, I could get
a human
2990
down
WX.
here.
I could drop it into my current.
You look the worse for wear, Wanderer.
Might
You'd
not
better
be
buy
very
some of
bad
our
if it's
stock,
enough extreme. And
or
it'll
the
work.
fungoids will get you.
It'll work. Not a problem. This, I may not be able to overclock it. You need something like the MSI Meg for that, potentially. Apparently hang on, what was that? Actually, yeah, I want to hang on to that. That might be good. What does it take there? Need up the strength. Well, fine. I'll just there. I could drop that in. Is Xenon?
You won't see me digging a hole.
Not only can you not do that, we also have no idea how much it's going to cost. Yet. But it only 24 boosts to 4.3 gigahertz. The motherboards they were showing for it, and this is the one that Intel at Computex overclocked and had on a water chiller and didn't tell anyone when they were presenting it. It was only later. So it was that whole demo where it's like, yeah, that also pissed off a lot of people because like, this isn't real. This is not a real product. And it isn't, because it doesn't come as a product that runs at 5 gigahertz. But the motherboards for it are very similar, apparently, where it still has an ungodly amount of VRMs on there. It has, I think, I'm going up, it was 2 8-pin motherboard connectors, 2 4-pins. Okay, so 2 8, 2 4, 4 plugs there so far. All right, and 2 24-pin ATX connectors. This is a dual supply motherboard, and potentially then also a dual power supply CPU. Now I don't know.
The ravens will have you.
Maybe it'll be out of spec, but I wonder if, because they have, you know, like some 1200 watt and higher even.
Here,
power supplies.
hero, I'm in here.
To do this one, if it's powerful enough, but you might have to go out of spec for it, so I don't know if that would be the case. But dear God, that's insane.
You've really impressed me, Titan Slayer, fighting your way in here alone. I see my faith in you was truly justified. Stay close to me now. I know where we need to go.
I mean, it just, especially because it's like not even $2 grand for the 32-core Threadripper that you can just back and just drop it. It's insane. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see what that pricing is. Odin's dead. It's actually not this. Sorry.
Watch out.
What?
He has died.
Loki.
Things missed me when I did this on the video. By the way, Loki actually.
Oh, I'd hoped you wouldn't work it out quite yet. But no matter, it is too late. This is what it feels like when your friends betray you, Freya. And Father, I've had enough of being rejected. Today, I reject you as our ruler. You know what's coming to you next. As for you, Titan Slayer, I couldn't have done it without you. You have served well. First by helping me make that spear, and then by sticking it into this pretty fool. Almost too well, in fact. I hope you understand that I could not risk just asking you politely, even though they deserve what is coming to them. But in case you need a little time, shh. Merely a little safeguard. You'll get over it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have important business elsewhere. Give my regards to Hell.
Okay. I think I'm safe to do this. Death of Baldur is what starts Ragnarok, by the way. So, and that's what just happened. So what he just explained is Loki tricked me into putting together what was necessary to kill Baldur, and then actually killing him, even though I didn't use the spear specifically. But anyway, he's dead. So now we need to deal with that. I just want to collect this stuff. Alright, now talk to Odin. Or Woden. Come on, game, really?
You fool! Do you have any conception of what you have done? We did not attack your world. We were about to investigate these rumors ourselves when you assaulted us and killed my son. But the truth is much worse than that. There is a prophecy. The death of Balder, which Loki used you to bring about, is said to set in motion the events of Ragnarok, the end of all things. A war between gods and giants. You fool!
Sorry. But yeah, when I first did this, he just ran off on his own. Which was a problem because it ended up breaking certain scripts. Where because he wasn't waiting for me to be there, he got there and I couldn't activate when he activated. I'm gonna be stopping now. This is just gonna be a good spot. I just want to get this set up and then to get the stuff in as well. Basically, I will not progress the story much further.
No need to explain. I have seen it by now. A reckless hero who is too eager to help and brings disaster, and a reckless master who is too eager for knowledge and risks the same for himself. You are a peculiar pair. I warned you, Allfather, not to let Loki run free. I warn you now that going to the giant's home at this time is a dangerous plan. As much as Mimer's wisdom may help us, who will lead us if you fall? But if you insist, I will open the Rainbow Bridge just long enough for you to pass. I cannot guarantee, however, that I can do the same on your return. Stand back!
None of this happened until I actually restarted the game for me before, so. But...
Sabotage! Someone has tampered with the bridge! I cannot close it! And I see the Jotuns are entering Bifrost from their side. They've been expecting this. They're invading! Get ready to fight, brothers! Ragnarok is already upon us!
Oh, that cursed trickster. Surely this too is Loki's work. He knows me too well, and I was a fool to assume an honorable battle. I have to lead the defense of Asgard now, futile or not. If you really are an our side warrior, go to Jotunheim in my stead and seek out Mimer. Find out what he knows. It could still help us. You are a mere human, and small enough to maybe escape the giant's attention. You must slip through their ranks. It's the only way.
But yeah, so... yeah, mine is... I actually think he was a giant. Maybe he's a giant. I don't know. Well, like a giant. He's the wisest being, so he can type but yeah, so... Loki doesn't look like that. Loki's actually more of what we recognize as a monster. And he's not in anthropology considered Loki's son. He'd actually consider his brother, because they formed a pact to be a blood brother. Because Odin felt that that was a way to secure some level of peace. But he is a trickster, so... It's got everything to let itself start. But yeah, it's... Yeah, Rhea is not an actual sphere, if I remember correctly from the mythology. She is a god, but she was an earth goddess. Whereas Odin was a sky god. And this is actually something we see in two places. So, like, storms would be the connecting between them. think that they were two separate names. The sky gods were the seer, and the earth gods, the gods that were the nature. It's been something.
Welcome, welcome! You won't find any finer arms. I've sold battle gear to Donor and Tyr. Mind you, I've cracked a couple of Jotun skulls myself, I have. Armed with my own weapons, of course. Won't forget to loot their corpses!
Yes, I have magical storage, even for you.
Okay. There. There. Alright. So, yeah, I can go there. And that I'll just have to stick into the repository later. But okay, so that'll be where I stop then. Oh, wait, I leveled up. I never did anything with these. Oh, what do I want to stick it into? I didn't realize I haven't been... Excuse me. I haven't been upping this, and I should be, because that will make that more powerful. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just head up there so we can see some stuff. I'm just thinking what else is there to talk about. But yeah, so, yeah. That new Xenon part being a dual power supply setup versus, I mean, true, the 2990WX doesn't clock to 4.3 gigahertz even on a single or 2 cores. But still, probably going to be cheaper. Definitely overall going to be cheaper because you don't need such an extreme motherboard for it. Can I talk to them more? Whoa. Alright, there. So that's a giant. That's Frost Giant, but I'm stopping. So I can get to other things. Like back to the review. I do want to mention that a little bit. Yeah, I think aside from how long it's taken me, the Odyssey review is going pretty well. I am enjoying it. I'm looking forward to finishing it though. Like just seeing everything at the end to it, and part of the reason why it's taking me so long is I'm doing everything. Yeah, but it's so much fun. It really is. I am enjoying it. I cannot complain. Alright, there. So, yeah. See you guys next time. I should be able to be here next week, I mean. I don't think I have any reason to stop me, but something may come up. We'll see. We shall see. See you then.